Your county executive, if he comes along to brief us here in just 2 seconds.
Okay, easy now.
Here's the briefing right now.
Here's how this is going to go. I will update everybody with as much information as we have at the moment here. Information is sketchy still. This is very early in the scenario, in the situation. There's a lot of emotion out there, and we're not going to elaborate. We will give you the facts as we know them at this moment. I'm going to defer to the subject experts behind me as your questions come up. I will start off by saying that obviously we've had a downed aircraft in the town of Clarence, specifically the Long Street block. One structure has been seriously damaged, and the aircraft is currently still burning, somewhat under control. We have multiple fatalities. Those numbers are going to come out in a bit, I'm sure. I will say that this is a long-term event. The scene has been secured by the state police, and a long-term investigation is imminent. Questions? One at a time, please.
Where did the flight originate from?
I'm going to defer all questions about the flight and the origin and destination to the NFTA and airport operations.
Doug,
How many people on board? How many people on board?
Excuse me? Doug?
Yeah, we have a report that we have 44 passengers on board with a crew of 4 for a total of 48 souls on board. The plane originated in Newark, was on schedule to Buffalo.
Any survivors?
It's undetermined at this point in time.
Why did the plane? Any reason yet as to how the plane went down?
That's still being investigated.
Anyone on the ground killed?
I'm not sure.
Was there a firefighter or firefighters injured?
No firefighters have been injured to my knowledge. We did have one fatality on the ground.
Have you talked to air traffic control at all?
That's unknown.
Did the airplane report any trouble before?
That is also unknown. There's an extensive investigation in progress as we speak, and most of that is very sketchy at this
Do we know what
point.
the last information was they had from air traffic control on that plane?
There was very little, if any, communication before the crash.
I know
What did
two
you guys
people were
do
taken
from
to the
here?
hospital. Where were those people? Were they on the plane? Were they residents? Two people were taken to the hospital. Where were they from?
The immediate residents of that house obviously were injured.
What time was this plane scheduled to land, and what time did the crash actually occur? Do you know?
We have the plane crashing approximately 10:20 p.m.,
And what time was it scheduled to land at the airport?
probably 10:25.
What do you guys do from here in terms of investigation and fire suppression and rescue effort? Is this a rescue effort at this point?
This is not a rescue effort. We're in the overhaul mode, if you will. The scene is still very hot. Buffalo Fire and the airport firefighting equipment are assisting us in cooling the scene down. The local fire department did an excellent job bringing the surrounding area under control, keeping damage to a minimum. County Executive, do you have anything you want to add at this point?
Well, I will tell you it's operating under a limited a state of emergency with a unified command under the county, and we have emergency personnel from the NFTA, the county, the town, state police, and the sheriff all coordinating their efforts. Right now there are some fires still going, so the scene is not safe for any personnel at this point.
Have residents been evacuated?
We did evacuate approximately 12 homes, and they pretty much went to neighbors' houses. There's no one in any shelters.
Is there a hazmat concern? Is there a hazmat concern?
There was a hazmat concern early on. We had a significant amount of fuel left on that aircraft. However, that has not become an issue. The hazmat teams have been returned to quarters. That is a non-issue at this time.
Doug, can you tell us what the NFTA is doing with regard to families who are waiting at the airport?
Families right now are at the U.S. Air Club at the Buffalo Airport and coordinating with Continental Airlines as to what further directions they will be offered. It was a Continental Express operated by Colgan Air, that's C-O-L-G-A-N. It was a 74-seat Bombardier aircraft, a Q400 Bombardier.
So it was not full?
It was not full. The tail number on the plane was 3407.
We'd also like to give out at least 2 phone numbers. If anyone with a family would like to call, they should call 1-800-621-3263. I'll repeat that, 800-621-3263. If the media is calling for questions, they should refer their calls to 713-324-5080. I'll repeat that once again for the media, 713-324-5080.
Doug, what was the
I
weather?
want to give Supervisor Gillespie an opportunity to speak on behalf of the town. Scott?
Thank you, Dave Bissonette. First, our thoughts and prayers are with those who are on the flight, with their families, as well as with our residents who are on the ground on Long Street. This is an incident in the town of Clarence, and we are very mindful and thankful of our first responders, the fire and police who have been there, and all the agencies who have worked together, state, county, NFTA, and local agencies. I just want to say thank you to all of them for their hard work and efforts, knowing that this event is still ongoing. For Clarence Center residents, for additional information regarding Long Street, again, for Clarence Center residents only, please contact my office if you have questions, 716-741-8930. Again, for Clarence Center residents only, questions regarding Long Street, 716-741-8930. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the crew, the passengers, and our residents on Long Street. Thank you.
Tell us what's going on at the scene right now.
Right now, the scene is being secured. Firefighting operations are pretty much expired, and state police have secured the area, and we're awaiting investigators from the airlines as well as federal personnel.
And once again, are there any
houses were damaged?
survivors?
One seriously damaged. There was some peripheral damage to some of the neighboring homes of that address.
We heard that that house was leveled. Is that true or not true?
It's seriously damaged.
What can you tell families out there who are watching this right now live and listening to this live in terms of their loved ones, in terms of hope? What do you tell them?
This is clearly a tragedy. Everybody, as the supervisor's already mentioned, our prayers and thoughts are with the families that have been involved. I would ask the town to be patient with the situation overall. Please do ask your questions, but be mindful of the fact that this is a huge operation. We've got a lot of things to take care of here in a short term, so that all those answers can be finalized.
Chris, you
was
live in
there a
Clarence. Did you
distress
hear or
call or
see
any
anything?
connection to air traffic control before the crash?
Not that I'm aware of. I was told by the tower that the plane simply dropped off the radar screen.
Doug, what were the weather conditions at the time?
Probably pretty much as they are right now. A little bit of sleet and rain coming down.
How about wind?
I'm not really sure what the
Doug,
wind
is
is.
there a flight number for this plane?
Yes, the flight number again, for those that didn't get it, is 3407.
And again, that was a Continental flight, but it was operated by